My Hero Academia Vigilantes,
Naturally, when
or
works first
Illegals,
arose,
Episode
all
3.
heroes were what we now call vigilantes. But of course, the hero
Wow, even in
licensing
school, you have to learn about heroes. There's no escape. It's just heroism everywhere. It's like Pokemon. The only thing anyone ever talks about is Pokemon. Like, imagine living in the world of Pokemon and not caring about Pokemon. Imagine living in the world of My Hero Academia and not being interested in heroes. God, what a lonely existence that would be. No quirk, no heroic aspirations. Forced to listen to hero talk every day, all day, even at school, on the news, your friends. Also, that was an interesting opening line that at one point all heroes were vigilantes. So you admit it.
You can want to be a hero. You can even call yourself one. It won't pay the bills unless it's official.
Oh, and there's so many more layers to it than that as well.
Your schoolwork, your housework, and your actual work, all that stuff takes priority.
Into the alleyway we go again, despite all of our terrible experiences there. We've learned how to go up, which is cool. People now can look up to him, physically, literally. My apartment. This is like my apartment. I live in a rooftop house. Just like Onizuka, is what I tell myself to make it more appealing. Now I can add Koichi to the list. Also, the Persona 5 hangouts on the roof.
Welcome home, I guess.
Who's the old dude? And why is he in my place?
Wait, oh, wait, that's him. We've just never seen his face. It took me a minute there. Plot twist, he's homeless. Or was homeless until he found Koichi's apartment. Speaking of paying the bills, because he's a vigilante, I don't think he's paying the bills. Once he found out Koichi had beer, it was all over. Episode 3, B. I think I saw a B in the opening.
Master.
It does make all the
Not
difference.
some
It's
random
weird.
shady guy.
I'm a known shady guy.
How did you get in if the door was locked tight?
Well, through the window, of course.
But how you...
Oh, we broke it? I thought there was some, like, heroic tactical maneuver. No, just a rock.
Hello?
Oh, that's different.
Who are you? Wait, answer me!
Oh, is she insecure about her looks?
But I thought today's patrol doesn't start until tonight.
We're moving to
My
multiple
day job
shifts
ended
all day,
earlier
every
than
day.
expected.
You have a day job?
Better to do.
Wow.
A day
Respect,
job?
that's interesting. What would it be? Bouncer? Security guard? I'll bet it's something unexpected, like bouquet artist, sandwich artist, coffee artist, some kind of artist.
I put up this curtain to mark off my turf!
That's not fair.
Doesn't always work
This
that
whole
way.
pad is shared space.
I don't remember agreeing to any of that!
Yeah, they're just moving in. And he likes it too.
So you're staying here? Yeah, sure.
You know you love it. Family, family. It's not Family Mart, so we can't get sued.
That you too can be a hero.
Man, the corporatization of All Might. I think about this a lot, actually, because on the viewer side, sometimes with the things I watch, it'll feel like there's an important gravity to the work and message. And then they'll be like, you know what's as important? Your VPN. VPN, the most critical product of the 21st century. And then on the quote-unquote creator side, my inbox is filled with emails of things like exercise bikes and desk lamps and fly traps that start with like, hey you, love your content. It's like, yes, sure you do. I'm sure you've seen a lot of my videos. But there's sort of a question of like, how do you promote and do advertisements ethically? At All Might's level, promoting a product, there's something a little bit weird about it, no? It's a lot of power to put towards something. And to say chips can make you a hero.
Imagine. Like that. I kind of thought my campus life was supposed to be a little more fun.
Imagine you having friends. Her day job is legitimately pretty cool. Is it always the same light? That explains how they knew how to find it. That threw me off for a second. She went from Japanese to English. I forgot which version I was watching. Sings in foreign language. Again, she really likes singing in a foreign language.
Who's ready for the next song?
Sing something in English. We're getting a whole concert in this episode. Is it the same song we heard?
I want to shake her hand.
Back off!
Oh, this is not good. I don't like that. This is not the spirit of fandom. We're not competitors.
Believe me, I get it, but you can't jump the line.
Oh, that's true. You can't jump the line. But that doesn't seem like a line, though. They're so enamored by her music, they lost all their facial features.
A real man can hold back. Just keep cheering her on from the sidelines. That's how we show her our feelings.
It is an interesting relationship, right?
Until those feelings become too much for you to hold inside.
Uh-oh, we've crossed the line.
Like a magnetic blaster!
This is illegal. He has become vigilante.
What'd you say about holding back?
Other people have to hold back. Uh-oh.
No, both of you.
Oh no. Oh no, the dark sides of fandom.
Now.
Did you drugs just now? This is not the way, bro.
have to.
No, this is not gonna make her like you.
It's my turn to shake God's hand right now!
With what hands?
What's
Gross crap on us!
It's nice to meet you.
Ew, what is this gross crap? The kid just put gross crap all over me.
Maybe just a quick nap before our patrol tonight.
Your patrol has just begun. How high can this fish jump? Pretty high.
We got you!
Perfect opportunity for a fan. This is what fans dream of.
Ruler! The crawler!
The breakfast pastry.
I'm here too.
Ah! Freaky Fish Grandpa!
Man, the original show was hard enough with the 2 names. Now we got 3. Their actual names, their hero names, and their given hero names. And I will remember none of them.
Well, that looks annoying. Ain't easy catching an eel.
What is all this crap it's getting everywhere? What are the chances we end up having them eat a human being in eel form? Also, it took me way too long to realize that Knuckle is Batman to all my Superman.
I caught up!
No, you didn't. It's gonna slip out.
Good. Hold him steady.
Oh, okay, you're gonna slip up. And you're gonna go strip. You wanna know what's the biggest fantasy about that show? That there's actually garbage in Japan. Everywhere they fall, there is a garbage pile. This is where I suspend disbelief. Not the man turning into an eel at a music concert held on a lamppost. Uh-oh, that was a sinister look. Glance over at the udon shop. We need a professional.
No, where's Pop?
Where are you going?
Where are you?
Hey, over here.
Paxton!
Now, we are the ones in the alleyway. We are the ones who alleyway.
Maybe if you do that much, he'll be content to leave you alone.
Maybe let him grab some cheek while you're at it.
Damn, grab some cheek.
Yes, please. Handshake.
Oh, he does have hands. The gloop was perfectly obvious without the...
I'm a great idol, and this guy is just an overly eager fan.
I don't think you have to do this if you don't want to.
I love you. So now I can't be satisfied until I get
Right.
some
I mean,
more.
yeah, this is sort of the danger of that. And also, he's not acting in a good way. There are a lot of weird things in this relationship. One is that familiarity is one-sided. Well, there's a lot of things happening at once. Because on the one hand, people who are in high positions actually often are a lot more generous than you might think, in that they want to share what they have. Like, for example, if you meet someone who's really good at a thing, you might be afraid to ask them questions because you're not on their level. But actually, the fact that they're really good at something and have dedicated a lot of their lives to it means they probably enjoy the thing, and so they like talking about the thing, and they get satisfaction out of seeing other people embark on that journey and take on the challenge and get better at it. So my experience asking people for their time in that way, if it's like for that reason, people are often quite generous. And also a lot of times when people DM me, they preface it very politely with not wanting to impose on me or be a burden, which is really appreciated. But like, it's also kind of funny because depending on the reason they're contacting me, often I'm really happy to have that engagement. But that's not the only kind of interaction. A lot of people who look up to celebrities, for example, they're kind of seeing through them. You know, they don't see them as people, they see them as an avatar of something like attention. And what they're trying to do is gain something by transference through contact. Like, let me get a little bit of your juice. And I understand how that can maybe get tiring over a long period of time, dealing with it every day. With also a lot of people not realizing your side of it, that you've been dealing with it all day. And maybe they're not in the mood that one moment, and the takeaway is like, what a jerk. You owe it to me as a fan. There's been like 5 or 6 times I've been recognized in public from YouTube, and people are so nice. They've all been pleasant, but there's a feeling of like, oh, I don't want to waste your time. And it's like, are you kidding? This is a great moment for me. I don't know, maybe I wouldn't feel that way if that happened like every day, all the time. Or like, I think it would be that I would still want to, but there would just be other concerns that would get in the way of that. Did we just salt him? Is it salt?
Straight from an udon
Oh, we're just gonna cook him. We really are getting into dark territory now. This is the true vigilanteism, cooking humans.
Still no clues on where they get it.
Can we still eat him?
Villains who use trigger usually shred their clothes and end up naked. Not much left to search.
That's why I insist
Good
on
thing we
touching
covered him in
before
flour.
they transform.
We gotta get to the heart of this issue though, right? This like preemptive attacking.
Gotta tell you, Koichi, you really need to buy some better shampoo.
How about
Something
you
silicone-free?
buy some
This
better
cheap stuff damages my
shampoo?
hair.
Hey, Koichi, what's the big idea?
Where's the beer that I exclusively drink?
What? I'm not past your curtain.
That doesn't mean you can ignore etiquette.
Smoking goes beyond all barriers.
Doors when I'm around you make me smell. It's all smelling like cigarettes. Disgusting.
Don't sweat it. A little smoke will put some hair on your chest.
I don't think she wants air in her chest, but
I don't want hair on my chest.
right.
Why not?
It's a figure of speech, but
This isn't the college life I had hoped for.
it's not the
Or even
college
close
life
for that matter.
we need, but it's the college life we deserve.
Would you kick this guy out already?
But
Well, I kick both of you out. He loves it.
still,
Come on, you
it's
know
not
you love it.
bad.
Yeah. You got a crew, you got a community, you got someone to work on, people to do. It's pretty good. You could just drop out of school now.
From witness testimony, these cases each have a commonality.
Drugs.
A dream drug that lets you have a hero's quirk. Can't say I don't see the appeal.
Watch it.
I'm just musing. More important to maintain social order than dream. I get it.
There's also nothing wrong about understanding the motivation behind it. Critically, and this is a much bigger idea than this one line really warrants, but understanding is not the same thing as condoning. You can 100% understand something without agreeing with it or condoning it. In fact, I think that's one of the big sort of hidden links, some of the issues that are being explored in what I'm now watching in ReZero Season 3 of emotional-based coercion.
But each of the suspects gave us the same story. I got the drugs from someone I had never
It
met.
reminds me of Squid Games with the dude giving out the cards.
Just to get him hooked?
Nah.
Maybe spread the
Not with
news.
the price tag Trigger has.
Then what motive could they possibly have?
What indeed?
Maybe something more insidious, undermining the hero model.
They've gotten to know that villain who chased me down at my last concert.
You don't mean that
Well, that's
guy.
nice of them.
They let him go free? That's cause for alarm.
Well, how did it turn out?
That dude was less an actual villain
He was an
and
obsessed
more
fan.
just gross.
Yeah.
Seems like he was tricked into using the drug.
I don't accept that explanation, but it's good not to write him off as, you know, disgusting or evil or whatever. Considering the fact that by comparison, we almost grilled him. He's just lonely and a little bit lost, and I mean, like, who hasn't been?
They're thinking he'd definitely tell his favorite idol who gave it to him if she asked him, right?
Oh, but that means interacting with him. And it also means, I don't know, leading him on a bit.
Yeah, maybe it's best to take care of this one on our own for now.
I think so.
Yeah, seeing all this All Might merch, it actually gives me a little bit of sympathy for the villains in a very specific way, or it just rounds it out a little bit more. But not only do you hate Hero Society and hate All Might, he's on your cup, he's on your chips. Everything you actually do like in this world contains the visage and reminder of someone you hate. That would get infuriating. Leave my chips alone. Also, if you're trying to take a moral superiority stance against someone or something, but they're undeniably, objectively more successful than you, that can cause a lot of dissonance. Because how can they have what I want due to something that I know to be beneath me?
Just slow down. You don't have to be in such a darn rush. I
He's
can't
walking
keep up
at
when
normal
you walk that fast.
pace.
For real? But I'm going normal speed.
Oh, she's used to jumping everywhere. Oh, hello.
It really is. You're so cute.
Defensive position.
Can we get a photo together, please?
Yay!
Everyone just trying to steal your juice.
What? He's just a friend I'm out with.
For real? That is not happening.
And you probably shouldn't
Dating me.
be so
Nothing, sorry. Didn't mean to offend.
hard line about that one.
I'm rooting for you.
That's nice.
You're so cool.
Are you being sarcastic?
I mean, she is really cool. Not because she has adoring fans, but because of what she's doing. The adoring fans is just testament to that.
I'm here to do whatever you need. And it's nice to see you too, Mr. Ruler.
Mr. Croissant.
Nami Maru?
Correct. Not to fear.
How are these kids in middle
To
school?
get some merch with our new friend. They're coming back as we speak.
It's really nice. It's really nice to see.
Though I'll admit I didn't think about how embarrassing it would be going into a normal place dressed like this.
What are you guys doing here?
What are you doing here?
Oh, we were just passing by and decided to grab a drink.
All right, this must be a really small city. That explains how the bullies found him 4 times by accident in the first episode.
Who was that girl? Just some idol who became an internet micro-celebrity.
That's all.
You guys, I swear I just saw a huge bug fly by.
Oh, is it carrying the drug? This is like an episode of Black Mirror, isn't it? I vaguely remember there being a Black Mirror bee episode.
I have to go to work.
That was creepy.
I work part-time as a
Oh, this is a known thing. Oh, she does this. Okay.
My quirk is Queen Bee.
Oh, okay, I see. What kind of chemicals?
That hurts. What the?
Oh, it's ADO. Why though? For what? For what reason? We need more information, Miss B, Queen Bee, whatever it was.
Where'd they come from?
It's a terrifying idea, actually.
Why is there so much noise on the other side of the rail line? Think there was an accident?
Well, let's not investigate it. What are you gonna
A
do?
bunch of villains just appeared.
Right.
At least 10 of them.
What?
I'm sure it'll be fine. Hey, look who it is!
That honor goes to Turbo
Ingenium. Right, yeah. Edith's brother.
The heroes keep coming.
Oh, wow, these are some big names. This is a big event. Yeah, wow, so I'm gonna say Best Genist. Wow, yeah. It's a star-studded episode. It's like seeing old friends. And even All Might. Yeah, they
Even All Might showed up.
spared nothing.
It's all done as fast as it started.
They never even had to leave the cafe.
Oh.
Oh, she feels the pain individually.
I hate it when you mistreat my girls. Old geezer.
Oh, she can see through their eyes, too.
There's nothing to worry about here, but I do appreciate you asking.
Why are we together? Is she the one who tricked him?
What about my friend?
You've already got all the friends you need right here.
All right, we need to be a little bit more discerning.
Still blissfully unaware of what was to come.
Uh-oh, this is giving me like My Hero Academia Season 6 or 5 vibes.
We didn't know. Not yet.
How bad could it get? I mean, we're just starting off this show, right? It's just, we're gonna ease into it gradually. We're gonna start off with a massive villain. I would love to know what she wants and what her ultimate goal is. I'm just gonna guess that this is not her working alone, but there's a group that is using IDO Shimmer to set the stage for some bigger plan, and she's just one agent. It's also kind of hilarious in the episode of like, you know, our bills come first. We're part-time heroes. She's a part-time villain. You don't see that very often. Yeah, I guess that's how it would be, right? There's gonna be a breakdown in industries of people at various levels. You could be a part-time villain. It's just a hobby for me, villainy. Not quite willing to take the full leap yet. I mean, there's definitely a lot to do in this world. There's never a dull moment. And I am so solidly convinced. I mean, My Hero Academia main show convinced me. Heroism is not a label or a certification. But we do have to explore the preemptive nature of Knuckles' strategy. He can't be attacking innocents. Now that I've watched a couple episodes of the show, it is a really cool concept, and there is so much they can do with it at the less grand scale, because again, the main show has demonstrated quite convincingly that it's not about the glamour, it's not about the spotlight, it's about doing your part. And there's just so many ways that breaks down. Just the way it works out, the experience we have as observers is not the same as the reality, because we will almost always be engaging with the things at the top highest level, or we will be most aware of the things at the top highest level, just because things at the top level definitionally have the most reach, and so we think that most or all success in that domain is at that level because it makes up the majority of what we see. But in a lot of cases, there's a lot more middle room than it initially appears. I mean, I think I'm an example of that for social media. I'm not a large channel by any metric, but I've been doing this professionally for what, going on 5 years? I wonder how deliberate it was that they directly referenced this with Pop, where, you know, she's not a huge idol, but I mean, clearly she's finding success as an idol. This is kind of an infuriating problem or question, or at least one that frustrates me from time to time, because in a lot of cases, the information you need the most, or the things you want to be aware of, are hidden from you for exactly the reason through which you need it. This is a major problem for career outlook or occupational outlook, because now, at least I know from experience, there's just so many things available that you've never heard about that are really cool and interesting. So many more things are possible than you're immediately aware of. The problem is, because they're so unique, you're not going to be able to directly search for them, which in the past has been frustrating to me. As somebody who like wants to know everything that's out there so I can navigate, you really just can't. You have to just sort of find it out by stumbling around. On a broader, more philosophical level, I think this is why it's really important not to confuse what is common for what is optimal. Speaking of reasoning mistakes, people will try to reinforce you down a path that they think is best because they're most familiar with that path, and they take the lack of knowledge of options for proof that there are no options. They've never seen this thing be viable for anyone, so they think this thing is not viable. Or I've never heard of them, so they must not be successful. There's a lot more really cool range and scope to life and the various things that people do and also think than we get from the snapshot vision of what we see in our environment. A personal anecdote about this: I dropped out of high school to go to Japan, thinking that I would be able to just make my way through the country and end up in Tokyo and live there. So I started off by working on a farm in Hokkaido, and then I would venture out into nearby cities to look for work. But everywhere I went, people were telling me, well, it's not possible to get a work visa without a college degree, which, you know, the slightest modicum of prior research would have saved me a lot of time. So I gave up and went home. But what's funny to think about now is that I've been living abroad this time around now for over 2 years without a visa. So like, if I knew then what I knew now, I would have known it was perfectly doable. It just would have been like some effort and some dedicated planning. But nobody would have ever told me that, because nobody knows that, because no one has ever seen it. More often than not, where there's a will, there's a way. I don't know if that will relate to the broader themes of My Hero Academia Vigilantes, but it does seem to be coming up here and there. And I think maybe will apply to the whole, like, are we really heroes even though we don't have a license thing? The consensus opinion about a thing doesn't necessarily have to define a thing or define your approach to a particular pursuit or passion.